What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at 47,155. We're down about 1.5%. What I want to do is look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, because I think this is going to be really good for us swing traders, and that's primarily what I do in this market. I want to take advantage of those nice big moves, and I don't want to give it back on the deep retracements that we have in this space. So as I've been going throughout this chart and just paying attention to the 4-hour here, I want to point out a few things, like how our previous correction back in this range lasted about 22 days. Why this has been so difficult, it hasn't been the deepest correction for Bitcoin, but it's been long, and we're sitting right now at about 53 days. So this is definitely significant, and what I believe we're in right now, if I take this off here, we're just in one of these accumulation zones, accumulation areas, just moving sideways, and I think it's almost one of those no trade zones. So it's a no trade zone, or if you're looking for the next leg up and you're preparing, then it's going to be one of those accumulation areas. But right now we're really just ranging here. We're ranging between 45,500, so this green line down here, if you can see that, and then our top range, we're going to be at 52,160. So if you're a range trader and you're basically buying support and you're selling resistance, that's something different. But you would also have to realize here on the 4-hour time frame, our 200 moving average is still acting as overhead resistance. So we would still have to get up through that, and then we have to get up through this 52,000, which is a critical area for us here as overhead resistance. And what I was anticipating, guys, as we were having this correction, once we got to this range here, I thought that was the area the buyers were going to step in, and we were going to start moving back to the upside. And we ended up collapsing right through that, and now we've been ranging for a long time down here. And this has just been, excuse my language, just been a ball buster here. I mean, really just moving sideways for this long. And I believe also on top of being kind of a no trade zone or an accumulation area, depending on, if you're a longer term investor or whatnot, this is the area that you just have to have patience. And in this space, patience is the number one thing, and not giving profits back in these chop zones that can really mess with you, where it's just going back and forth and all over the place, and it's looking like higher lows are coming in, then it drops down, and it's crazy. Down in this area is crazy. So what a lot of traders are most likely doing, they're sitting back waiting for us to get more confirmation, get up above this 52,000, and see if we're going to start a longer term trend to the upside that could last, like these ones do here, anywhere from 40 to 60 days. So they're looking at this here, and they would basically count this. If you take a look, guys, it's something that I'm watching right now. It's actually called Precision Trading Techniques, and it's by David S. Nasser. And what he's talking about are the stages, and what you have in these stages. So you'll basically have the chop accumulation area, and this will be your 1, like this, and then you have your 2, and your 2 is where you want to be buying. And then you get up to the area where you have your 3, and you're chopping back and forth, kind of like we have here on the 4-hour chart before we had this major drop. And then you start down into your 4. And I'm not the best artist here, guys, and then it starts again, and you have your 1, and that's how these market cycles work. So when you're looking at this here and you're stepping back, you can see up here was kind of a 3, that distribution, right? Here's your 2, here's your accumulation, which would be your 1, right back in this area, and then here's your 4 that we've had just drastic to the downside. Now we're trying to start a 1 again, and what a lot of guys will be waiting for is to get some more confirmation, start trading up above this 200, up above that 52, and actually enter that number 2 as we start working our way out of there, if we're able to. Now if we don't hold this support at 45,500, we're going to look down to about $40,000 is going to be a critical area for us. And also, guys, if you enjoy these short videos and you like it without all the hype and Bitcoin going to 500,000 and everything else, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know if you're trading, if you're just sitting back being patient right now. I would love to hear your take on what you're doing with trading Bitcoin if you put it down low. So stepping back, we still have work to do. We're going to have to see if we can get up that range. Traders, they could be buying support here, selling resistance, but overall we need to get up above this 52,000. That's going to be our main area, and we're also watching the volume for if we do get up to these areas, we want to break it with conviction, with good volume. You see how on the downside we broke down through that 52 on heavy volume, that conviction. Now it's going to take a lot to get up through that, and then we're going to look to 57,000 if we're able to get there. So I would say overall it's kind of a no trade zone for Bitcoin right now, or it's an accumulation area if you're a longer term investor. But for me right now, in terms of trading Bitcoin, I'm just patiently waiting to see potentially a nice break over top of that 200 if I'm being a little bit more risky and things are looking good. But if I'm being a little bit more conservative, I want to see us start having 4-hour candle closes up above 52,160. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful Sunday. Take care.